Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 23rd of May. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have 7 group holdings: Westpac, Nickel Mines, BHP and Telstra. So if you have a request, please send them through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but our best stock tips come out on Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you are subscribing to that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, I'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is on the management side, so if you'd like my personal help with managing your share portfolio, then please give me a call. And the advice here is general only. So here's the SVW chart going back a couple of years almost. I mean, we could see that it's got that uptrend to it, so it remains in the uptrend. At the moment it's consolidating. It just looks like a bull flag to me, so nothing wrong with this sort of little pullback here, and it is starting to tighten up at this point as well. So I'd say break above $40 would be the break of the bull flag, and that'd be the next buying opportunity, and then that should lead to a resumption of that uptrend. Westpac, so we've looked at this one a few times. We'll start with the monthly chart. So as we've noticed, over time there was always this very clear sort of downtrend line that it was respecting, and it was just a case of waiting for the breakout. So we identified that a few months or so ago in the Dynamic Investor Report, so that was the buy signal. So longer term it still looks fine, nothing wrong with the way it's trading there. When you switch to the daily chart, you could see that it slightly made a new high for the year, only for that to fail when it went ex-div. So a bit of a failed breakout in the short term. It is edging higher the last few days. Look, there's not a very clear pattern here, so we're probably going to see it consolidate. And then from there, we'll see what sort of pattern emerges, but longer term it still looks fine. Nickel Mines, so if we just sort of zoom out, we could see that we had that sort of downtrend there. So obviously there'd be a number of sort of downtrend lines you could look at. Essentially it's broken above that, and now it's trending higher. Nothing really wrong with the way it's trading, to be honest, so still looking good. Consolidations, rallies, consolidations. Wouldn't be unheard of that it would pull back here. I mean, that's normal, but so far, beyond any short-term pullback, still looks fine. I mean, in trying to determine, where the major resistance level is, I mean, if we get our sort of Fibonacci tool and measure the whole of this decline, you'll notice the 50% retracement seems to hook up exactly at these double peaks here, which is just under $1.20. So I'd say that it'll head up towards that level before getting some decent resistance. BHP, so we could see that since start of last year, still range bound, very clear sort of top there and a bottom there. Bounced off the bottom of that range. Managed to just get above, so $46 has been a major turning point in the past. It's managed to just get above that yesterday. It'll probably dip under that today, but I mean that's a good first step. So it looks like you got your low in place for BHP, and beyond any sort of short-term pullbacks, I'd expect it to head back up and retest the top of the range near $50. Okay, finally Telstra. So we have looked at this one recently, so my view's the same on that. So at the time let's talk about that major resistance level there, support level, and obviously it looked vulnerable to a breakdown, and the breakdown would see swift selling, and that's what we're getting. So you've got sort of the breakdown, tried to rally, retested the underneath, and now it's falling again. Big volumes on the way down. So Telstra still looks a negative, still looks like a falling knife, no signs yet of buying support, so you'd have to brace for lower levels. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to cover it next week for you.